Hey guys, and welcome back to Star Wars Nerdiness. Now, Star Wars The Bad Batch is the next animated series that we are getting from Lucasfilm, and many people have described it as the sequel series or the spin-off series to Star Wars The Clone Wars. What really excites me about this show is that it's going to be following, what happens to the clones and how the Republic is reformed into the Empire. And since speculation for The Mandalorian Season 2 is just starting to die down, and since Bad Batch is supposed to be coming out early 2021, kind of like Clone Wars Season 7 did, early 2019, I think it's a good time to start speculation on Star Wars The Bad Batch. Now, the big question here I've been having since, the show was announced is why is it about The Bad Batch? We are clearly getting a show that's going to see, how the clones and the Empire form to the Republic. That's really exciting, but why are they choosing to do it from the perspective of The Bad Batch? Like, wouldn't it make more sense to do it from the perspective of Commander Cody, since he's much more of a fan favorite than the Bad Batch are? So here's why I think they're choosing to have this be from the perspective of the Bad Batch. Now, the first thing to take into consideration here is that the Bad Batch, they are defective clones, meaning they have these superhuman-like abilities, which I'm a little 50-50 on that concept, but it's fine. So if they're defective clones, that doesn't guarantee that their inhibitor chips work. Their inhibitor chips could actually not work because of the fact that they're defective clones, and as we all know, the inhibitor chips are what made the clones turn on the Jedi. Also notice that Echo is with the Bad Batch now, thanks to Clone Wars Season 7, and the Separatists did some experiments on him, and they could have also been doing experiments on his brain, which means, his inhibitor chip probably was tampered with. So I really think it's no coincidence that, Echo was teamed up with the Bad Batch. Like, Dave Filoni knew this show was coming and what story he was going to tell with these characters, which I think is really great. So then, if they're defective clones, why in the trailers do we see them with the Empire? Like, what's going on here? We also see them fighting the Empire in the trailer, so here's what I think. I think the Bad Batch should not actively partake in the execution of the Jedi. They probably were off on some other mission that we might actually see in maybe the first episode. But, clone troopers are fiercely loyal to the Republic, so they will literally go with whatever the Republic says. So they hear Palpatine's speech, as we saw in the trailer, and they're probably like, oh, the Jedi were traitors. But I think maybe as we go on throughout the series, or maybe throughout the first couple episodes, they realize what's going on here, and they realize actually what they're doing is wrong. Perhaps as the show progresses, the Bad Batch could actually learn of the horrific nature of what actually has been going on, that the clones were all just a setup, or everything they fought for was just all according to the plan of this Sith Lord who wanted to rule the galaxy. And I think that's actually a really interesting concept to explore, and the trailer actually proves this. They go to Kamino in the trailer, and at first you may think, oh, it's just fan service, but I actually think it's more than that. Kamino is where the clones, originated, and maybe they're going there to investigate this whole inhibitor chip thing. There's also a segment of the trailer where we see Hunter on his speeder in what looks like the criminal underworld of Coruscant, and notice he does not have his armor on. Maybe the Bad Batch becomes fugitives of the Empire in this show. And maybe, that's how they team up with Fennec Shand. That's where Fennec Shand comes into play, and that's a really cool tie-in with The Mandalorian, in my opinion. But, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And tell us your thoughts on The Bad Batch. Are you excited, or do you think it's unnecessary? As always, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.